Hello and welcome to my tutorial on binaries. Um, Today we're going to be talking about the number system and why we need it. We're going to be talking about the types of number system, um, and then we're going to talk about binary and how it is applied in programming. Then we're going to talk about hardware and software a little bit, and then after that we're going to talk about solving decimal problem versus solving binary problems. So first off, let's start off with two people, okay? We got Millennia Bob and we got Caveman Bob. So these two guys represent two eras. Millennium Bob is from an era where the numeric system is made, and Caveman Bob is from the era where the number system or the numeric system isn't made. Wasn't made. So all he can use is one and zero pretty much to solve his problems. Okay, so let's take them and put them in a competition, in a math championship. So let's see what happens. So first, we want to ask Millennium Bob, how will you add up? Which type of number will you add up to get 100? And Millennium Bob have several ways to do this. He could do 100 times 1 to get 100. He could do 50 plus 50 to get 100. On the other hand, if we were to ask Caveman Bob, uh, so Caveman Bob, please answer the question. What other numbers can you use to add up and get the number 100? Caveman Bob is going to struggle with this because first, he's going to need a lot of space to solve his problem. So first, Caveman Bob is going to have to find a decent cave, okay? And you're gonna have to find a wall, and let's say the wall only have this amount of space on it. Caveman Bob, in order to show that show his values that add up to 100, Caveman Bob will have to do 1 plus 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 1. As you can see, he's gonna need a whole lot of space to be able to represent these numbers. This 100. Okay. So we need a number system because it gives us a set of values that we can use to represent other numbers or a set of other numbers. Okay. So for example, 5 5 is just one digit, okay? And 5 can be used to represent 2 plus 3. 5 could be used to represent 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. Okay, that's 1, that's 1, that's 1, that's 1, that's 1. If you add those up, you get 5. Okay, 5 could also be used to represent 5 times 1. Okay, so we have multiple ways to represent numbers um, using the number system. But on the other hand, if you didn't have this, you're only going to use ones and zeros and ones and zeros and ones and zeros. Okay, and that's the problem. That is how people like the scientists, the brilliant guys who invented the number systems were able to do that. Okay. Brilliant guys or one person or whatever. Okay, so now that we know why the number system is pretty important, now we're going to dive into binaries and what is binary and how is it used in programming. So we're going to talk about input and output devices. Input and output devices are basically hardwares, and what you see on a hardware sometimes is usually a software. So, so a software, for example, is the app that you use on a daily basis. on a daily basis. Softwares you cannot touch. Um, so visual reality software. There are games development software. There are softwares like Facebook. Um, no, you use softwares to develop applications like Facebook, um, and use a game designing software to design video games, which is an application. So yeah, so softwares are usually used to make applications or to perform specific functions. Okay, and hardwares are built um, usually to perform tasks, but also the best hardwares are the hardwares that have the best softwares, and the best softwares are the softwares that can produce best applications, the best applications. Okay, so let's say a charger, for example. A charger is a hardware and it's an input and output device because you can plug it in and then you can pull it out. So if you plug it in, that's an I, and if you plug it out, that's an O. Now for binary, usually using zeros or ones. So one is going to be another value for I, and then zero is going to be another value for O. So basically, in binary, you either have one of something or you have zeros of something. And if you have zero, you have none of it. And if you have one, you got a value of it. So yeah. So why is this important to know? This is important to know because computer uses binary um, to perform machine tasks. Okay, binary is used to make machine instructions. Okay, so high level programming languages I'm just messing this up. High level programming language like Java, Basic, uh, uh, C Sharp, C++, and like other high level programming languages. Those, in order for them to be used by the computer, they have to be turned into machine instructions. Java, for example, you have to like turn it into bytes, okay, to be run by the processor. Um, and all of these languages have to be compiled basically in order for them to turn into a machine language. Because machines only use low-level language. Most machines only use low-level language, and low-level language is a binary language. Okay, so binary is a low-level language that computers use to perform their tasks. But you can use other languages to turn them into binary languages, which can be used by the machine. Okay, so now that we know about binary and how it applies in programming, um, let's uh, let's go ahead and talk about solving the problems. Okay, uh, clear this up real quick.